And the Foreign Secretary will call on allies to send more warplanes to Kyiv as the war there rumbles on. Liz Truss is expected to argue in a speech tonight for increased sanctions as tensions escalate between Russia and the West. Today, hundreds more British MPs were banned from entering Russia, and President Putin cut gas supplies to Poland and Bulgaria. And all the while, the conflict continues in Ukraine, from where Rebecca Barry reports.
Russia wants the world to see this. It released this footage, apparently showing cruise missiles flying over Europe's biggest nuclear power plant. The result, it claims, the destruction of weapons supplied to Ukraine by the West. These others reportedly seized by Russian troops. But far from a deterrent, the British government now says it wants to increase its military support for Ukraine.
The Prime Minister, the Defence Secretary, the Foreign Secretary want to make sure we can do everything we can to provide the Ukrainians with the military hardware and work with our allies so that they can do so that they can, at this critical time and juncture in the war, sustain this heroic effort on the ground in Ukraine, see them through, and so that Putin fails in Ukraine.
And on day 63 of this war, Russia targeted other European countries. Its weapon, energy. Gas supplies to Poland and Bulgaria cut off, a move described as blackmail by the EU.
Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin.
Then came this warning from President Putin. If someone from the outside tries to intervene in Ukraine, he said, our response will be lightning fast. But all the while, these are the ones who feel the impact. Each day, trains packed with people escaping the fighting arrive here in Lviv. 6-year-old Boris doesn't know when he'll see his mum and dad again. They had to stay behind in Zaporizhzhia to help in the war effort. He fled with his aunt, who's staying strong for his sake.
I'm scared very much. It is difficult, but it is now it is my aim to demonstrate that everything will be all right. We believe that we win, that Ukraine will win.
Do you believe that?
Sure, I believe. We believe that we will win, only we.
The impact of this conflict might be seeping across borders as internationally the rhetoric ramps up. Internally, it's Ukraine's people that continue to suffer. Rebecca Barry, ITV News, Lviv.
Our global security editor Rohit Katru is in the Ukrainian capital tonight. Rohit, the UK government is clearly, isn't it, ramping up its rhetoric. But how likely is it, do you think, in reality, that the UK might end up supplying warplanes to Kyiv?
Well, what's been holding the UK and other countries back, Mary, is the fear that delivering those aircraft would be seen by the Russians as a major escalation, and the Russians are perceived as wanting to look for an excuse for what they have planned next in Donbass, in the east of this country. You know, the Ukrainians, what they really want is a no-fly zone, but they accept that that's unlikely to happen soon. So what they're asking for are fighter aircraft. Now, you might ask, what's the big difference, given that the UK and others are already delivering very heavy hardware to Ukraine? Well, the assessment appears to be that the reward to Ukrainian forces is not yet as great as the risk of escalation, although that may change in the near future. The Pentagon has already said that aircraft parts have already been delivered to Ukraine from other countries, and is no sign that RAF aircraft will be delivered here anytime soon.